Well, g'day guys, Shane here. Today we're going to be doing a Thai yellow curry. Now, like the green curry, the Thai yellow curry is actually a perfect combination of flavours and goes really well with seafood. We've got ourselves a nice Morwong here, which the boys picked up from Burma a few weeks back. So, let's get to it. Now, we're going to make our own curry paste today. It's going to be the yellow one, as I mentioned. Now, yellow being the mildest, it goes really well with seafood. The green one's going to be the hottest. Richest is the red curry. So first thing we need to do is get a few ingredients in here. Now we've got 3 large yellow chilies. These are actually quite a sweet variety of chili. We've also got 4 yellow chilies, which are the really hot ones. So I'm just going to rough chop these. I've de-seeded them. Straight into the blender. And with these sweet chilies, I'll just take the tops off. Pull out that main section of seed, and everything else can just go straight into the blender. Just rough chop that. Okay, chilies are in. Now we just need some lemongrass. Now we just want to take these outer leaf off the lemongrass, cut the bottom end off, and this top leaf is always going to be dry. You want to use the white part of the lemongrass because that's the softest and sweetest. But don't throw these away because they're full of flavour, and you'll see why later on. I'm going to use them and put them actually in the curry. So we just want to rough chop these. Next we need some ginger. Now I've got a tablespoon of ginger here, freshly ground. We've got 5 red shallots here, which we're just going to rough chop down. We've just got 5 cloves of garlic, which we'll do exactly the same. Now we just want to rough chop these. Okay, now that's it. Done. It can be really rough, it doesn't matter, because once it starts to blend and emulsify with all the flavours, all that will start to really form a really nice paste. Next thing, we need some coriander. Now with the coriander, we're not going to be using the leaf, we're actually going to be using the root part, because that actually holds most of the flavour, actually all the flavour. So we just want to cut that straight off. It's all been cleaned and washed. Make sure you do get all the sand out of it. That can go straight in. We'll leave a lot of this coriander for later on for garnish. Then we want some spices. Now, I've freshly ground and freshly roasted some coriander, cumin and some white pepper. Throw them in. Need a little bit of fish sauce, roughly 25 mils or so. It's very salty, so do take care with it. Now we just need a little bit of canola oil, roughly 75 to 80 mils. Now that's all in, put that on. You want to blend this up for roughly 30-45 seconds until you get a really nice paste. If it's a bit dry, just add a little bit more water, a bit more oil. Alright, we'll just check that. Looks pretty good. You still got a bit of coarseness about it, but that's no problem, because once it starts to sweat down in the pan, it will all start to soften up. Now the last ingredient is a bit of turmeric. You just want roughly a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half, because this is going to give a lot of flavour, but it's also going to give it that yellow appearance. So we'll just blend that up. Okay, now you can see that's changed colour. If you want it a bit more yellow, add a bit more turmeric, but what I would suggest is when you're actually sweating that off in the pan, just add a bit more turmeric to the oil and the whole thing will start to really brighten itself up. Okay, now we just want to get this wok on, just on a medium heat. A little bit of oil in the pan. Okay, now the oil looks good, it's got a lot of heat to it. You just want a couple of tablespoons, maybe 3. Now you want to cook this off on a medium heat, low heat, just so this curry paste starts to become really fragrant. So we just want to add a bit of onion. I've got 1 whole onion here, which I'm just going to slice. That's finely sliced straight in to the paste. You just want to sweat that off until the onion's just soft. Okay, this has been on for a couple of minutes, sweated off nicely. We just want to put in some coconut milk now. Put that in. You can see that colour really starting to come out with that turmeric. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. Put in 1 more tin. Okay, now that the coconut milk's in, we've got that really, really nice yellow. Now we just need a little bit of palm sugar to give the sweetness. We need a little bit of lime zest and lime juice. Now, I've got the whole Morwong here, which I'll cut up into sections. I'm going to cut the tail off. There's no need for that. It's about 1 kilo, so I'm going to cut this up into 4 pieces. I'm going to put the head in there because the head holds a lot of flavour. Then once you've got this fish cut in the portions you want, we just want to place them into your curry sauce. Okay, now the fish has been in there for a couple of minutes now. I just want to put in a few other ingredients. The lemongrass stalks, which I've kept, they add flavour. I'm also going to add some sweet potato. Now we just want to make sure this sweet potato is fully covered with the curry. Okay, now the fish has been on for about 8 minutes. It's just starting to pull off the bone, which is perfect. Alright, now we'll just get this fish out. I've got a tray here, and we want to keep the fish out of this for a minute or so, just so we can adjust the sauce, and then we'll put the fish back in to reheat it, and then serve the whole lot up. Now to intensify the flavours, I just want to add a little bit of kaffir lime leaf. Just a few leaves in there. Now the green beans are, look, they're for garnish, but they're also got a really nice texture about them, and they only take a little bit of time to cook. You put them in too early, they'll brown, and once they're cooked, we'll put the fish back in, reheat it, and then serve the whole lot up with some rice. Now that's been on for a couple of minutes. The beans will be still crunchy, which is exactly the way we want it. Now we just want to put this fish back in just to reheat them through. Get some rice on the plate and then serve it up. Now we just want to grab our platter. Grab a ramekin. You can put your rice on the plate any way you like, but I like to do a little bit fancy. A few spoonfuls in here. Put that on the plate. Hopefully it comes out. Like so. A couple of nice pieces of fish. And lastly, we just want to get a bit of coriander, which we'll just finely slice straight over the top. Okay, there you go. A beautiful mild yellow curry using Morwong.